My name's Sophie, and I'm from Manchester in the United Kingdom. I always make a joke to people that it wasn't me that chose Liuzhou, it was Liuzhou that chose me. Because when I first came to China, I was living in a small village in Guilin to study and took an exam to get a teaching certificate. And afterwards they helped us to arrange work. But at that time I spoke literally 0 words of Chinese. So when they offered me a job in Liuzhou, which is only a short drive from Guilin, I immediately said yeah, because I was too scared to travel anywhere further away. I often take part in a load of activities outside the classroom. I know that Liuzhou does not have that many foreigners around, so it's really hard for students to learn English when they're not exposed to an English-speaking environment. So I think it's really important that I take them out a lot and we do a lot of activities such as English corner or just hang out in the canteen together sometimes, which I think is beneficial to them and also to me. They also teach me a lot about Chinese culture that I didn't know before. Nearly all of the school events I'll go hang out with them. Sports day is coming up soon. I actually really like taking part in University Sports Day in Guangxi because most of the sports that the teachers do are all Guangxi minority people sports, which you have literally never seen before, such as throwing balls into a basket. Which I always think is good fun to do. I usually just make videos of things that amuse me during the day or things that I experience that I think are unique or very different to Western culture. It's the culture difference that makes me amused the most. I just find it interesting how different cultures can be. Even after I've been here 12 years, I still find things that are different.
喜欢吃螺蛳粉，聊聊咯。我要1碗螺蛳粉，我就要1两，加一个蛋。
The first time I ate it was I just arrived in Liuzhou. My new employer, she ordered a bowl of luosifen for me and then she just left. And I just sat there for probably an hour wondering how I was meant to eat it and if I even wanted to eat it. I couldn't really use chopsticks, so I ate like a few spoonfuls of the soup with a spoon, but at that time I wasn't really used to eating spicy food, so it wasn't my favorite thing at all. But over the last 12 years, as I've become more accustomed to the food here, it's grown on me and it's very addictive. The more you eat, the more you want it.
这是我最爱吃的柳州螺蛳粉。
Last time I went to England, it wasn't just one box of luosifen that I took, it was like an entire suitcase full of it. I did have a big party in England where I invited several of my friends and family members and we cooked about 10 bags at once and everybody tried it together. My friends, the younger friends, especially the girls, they really like it. And I actually have a few friends that are chefs in England. They really like the complex flavor of the snail broth. But the older people, perhaps my mum and my grandma, they don't want to go anywhere near it. And my mum hated it when I tried to cook it in her kitchen and made a really bad smell that lasted a few days. The last time I went back to England, I took the train to go and see my grandmother, who lives about, I guess it's like 250 kilometers away. And it took me 5 hours on the train to go and visit her, which I thought was crazy because in China the same journey would probably take an hour.
现在他们不愿意回国，怎么办？
My parents have been here maybe 4 or 5 times now, and the first time they came was maybe 2015. So 3 years after I arrived, they visited for the first time. And even they said they didn't recognize the same Liuzhou anymore. They kept asking if they'd ever been here before. And I was like, yes, you have. It's really surprising because when I first moved to Liuzhou 12 years ago, this entire campus didn't even exist. 12 years ago, it was just farmland. And in the time that I've been here, they have built this brand new campus and the highways have been improved. So if I want to ever leave Liuzhou and drive to another city, it now literally takes half the amount of time that it used to take before. I think this kind of development and the speed in which it's developed can only be seen here in China. Some of these developments have happened in just 1 or 2 years, so the speed in which Liuzhou has developed is insanely fast. I plan to stay here for the considerable future because this is now my home. My friends are here, my cat is here. I don't want to leave. I don't want to give up this life that I've spent 12 years building for myself just to go back to England.